Greetings, everybody. Just make sure you can hear me. I'm getting good levels here. Make sure you like the video. Got me a nice Santa hat here. Got the sunroof open to keep it warm. Today is one of those days that seat warmers were made for. I'll tell you that much. You like my sweater? I got this big old collared sweater and stuff. I love Christmas time. I didn't used to. I love Christmas time. I love, and I've got some, let me make sure I can mute that right here. I love Christmas time. I love this time of year. I know I'm sitting here looking at leaves still on trees. And so everything. Good morning, JoJo. Good morning, good morning. I'm going to try to find out what time zone, what's the name of your time zone, JoJo? Is it are you in, honestly, JoJo, I can't remember. I think you're in Australia, but I'm not really sure. I know that Kathleen is in Arizona. So Angelo says, good evening. Angelo, where are you coming from? Are you in North Carolina? North Carolina, New Zealand, yeah. Absolutely New Zealand. Yeah, so that's on the complete other side of the world. So I guess you're ahead, JoJo. Hey, there's Kathleen. Yes, from Arizona. It's hard to keep up with where people are from. I forget sometimes where people are from. I forget where I'm from sometimes. But yeah, have no idea what the time zone thing is. You just know what time it is, and you just know that it's morning where you're at, and it's afternoon where I'm at. So yeah, Angelo, Southeast Texas, I guess you're getting ready to wrap down the evening. So Texas is actually in the only good time zone, the central time zone. So Saturday morning at 9 a.m. You're living in the future, JoJo. You are living in the future. We've got some stuff to talk about today. I am really looking forward to it. Jordan, what's going on? Ron, good to see you today. Ron's not his customary 20 or 30 minutes late. How about that, Ron? No, I'm just giving you a hard time, Ron. You always kind of pop in when we're about done, but that's okay. I got some stuff I'm going to talk about today, but I wanted to address one of the questions first. And so I had a question on, see if I can find it on my post. Yeah, here we go. I had a question on my post, which got a good response, by the way. And let me see if I can find the comments, though. There we go. Okay. So the comments. So Hawk Knight. Dan Stan, hello. I like to say hello to everybody when they come on here. Angelo, Randy, Pap Goodwin, good to see you, buddy. Kathleen's here, JoJo's here. Kind of getting a little bit of some regulars, man. Getting some regulars. Hawk Knight 4223 asked this question today, or either today or yesterday. Yeah, 14 hours ago, so yesterday, on my post that I put out about, and he asked, does anyone know where I can get any tempered steel torque bit sets? Now, yeah, there's a bunch out there, right? He goes, that goes small enough for pocket knives and such. I'm so tired of stripping bits out. I'll do bits, I'll do full drivers, I'll do torque Allen. I don't care, just something that's actually tapered steel, please. Okay, so Bill Rice, welcome in. Danny, welcome in. Thank y'all so much for being here. Got a couple people watching. Appreciate y'all liking the video. Hit the thumbs up. That brings people to the video. But here's the thing about bits. Bits are dime a dozen, aren't they? And it's hard to find the right kind of bit. When you find a really good brand of bit, you need to do it. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to post in the live chat. See if I can do this while we're streaming here. Let's see. I'm going to post in the live chat a link to a video. Don't click on this video. Should I wait? If I post a link to another video, another guy's video, are you guys going to go to that video instead of watching my video? Yeah, let's not do that. I'm going to post this after I talk about it, after the stream. So I've got it ready to do. It's a bit test by a channel, and I'm sure you've seen this guy. He's got millions of subscribers. But he is, from what I understand, he's completely independent. He buys everything. He doesn't get sent products. He buys everything himself, and he does all these really amazing tests on stuff. And he does it on like power tools and vacuums and lawnmower. I watched the lawnmower one and actually bought the lawnmower that he recommended. But yes, I very much wanted to check his out. Now he tested out regular bits, not ones that were micro bits that were meant for like knife, what word am I looking for? Knife maintenance. Maintenance was the word I was looking for. I need some more coffee, guys. That's what I need. But he was looking for smaller bits. But from what I understand, and Kathleen, I think you're correct, Weha bits are tempered. Wera, W-E-R-A. I'm sure you've heard of Wera bits. Project Farm. He is awesome. I couldn't remember the channel name, Jordan. Thank you so much. Project Farm. He is amazing. Go check out his channel and subscribe to him if you haven't. He is unbelievable. I discovered him about a year ago. And he does super quick videos about this stuff, but he actually recommended, and I will paste the link to the thing. I'll go ahead and paste it. I'll trust y'all not to go and check that out. But well, honestly, it's awesome. Really? Weha, is that what that stands for, E.T.? E.T., man, check you out. Don't click on that link and click away from my video or my stream here, but you can check it out later. And I'm going to post that. I'm actually going to do it in the comments as well. So if you want to check that out, I'll put it in the comments and the description as well. But the video, he basically summarized and said, Wera bits, W-E-R-A, Wera bits. And actually, Wera bits are very good, but DeWalt is probably the best value overall. And it's just amazing. That's just something you came up with, E.T. Well, they need to hire you as like the brand ambassador or something. But as I'm sitting here saying that, I think that he was looking at what the first thing that we're going to look at today. And this is a Icon. It's got a cool little case right here. Icon. It's an Icon bit set. This plastic on this case, by the way, is really, really thick. I wanted to talk about a few things today that I just really, really have enjoyed. And this is one of them. Now, as far as tempered bits, I don't know. This one came with lots of Torx bits, lots of Allen bits, lots of Phillips bits, also and even an adapter. You can see kind of the layout right there. This is the Icon bit set. Now, there is a link in the description to this. It's at Harbor Freight. So if you have a Harbor Freight near you, we have one here in town, and we're a relatively small town of less than about 70,000. And so we've got one here, but it's got an extender right here. It's got all this kind of stuff well, some of these aren't detachable, but the cool thing about this is the case, one, it just kind of closes like that. And it's this really thick, durable case. You can absolutely throw these things away. And yes, they are lifetime warranty. You are correct, Randy, over there. But there's a flex, it's a flex head mini ratchet. It's not quite as many as like what we were talking about with the 711L ones right here, but they're very, very good. New Golden Design Slim Knife. You're going to have to fill me in on that one. Icon, as good as Strap-On. You mean Strap-On? I think you mean the one and only Nicole. I think you mean Snap-On. Don't make fun of Nicole. She just had a typo. But Snap-On, not. Oof, that's rough. Okay. Anyways, Icon, I would not say. I would not compare anything to Snap-On necessarily. Is she right, Jordan? Is she right? Now, Randy, you're telling me that these are better, huh? You like Harbor Freight, huh? These are better? I have loved this little set, and I do a lot of computer work, and so these are a perfect mini set, but this would also be a really good set for a knife. See those little tiny bits right there that you've got? You've got some tiny bits that are going to be good star bits and different things for knives. So this is an excellent little knife maintenance kit. And Randy, Pap Goodwin there in the chat, stands by his Harbor Freight stuff. And I'll tell you what, Harbor Freight is giving Lowe's and Home Depot a run for their money. I'm telling you right now. So check out this icon set. Now I got this on sale for like $24 or $29. It's on sale right now for $39, but I want to let you know, like, there's probably some deals or coupons with these. You know, you have to get on Harbor Freight's email list and things like that. And I think that's how I got the discount. But this thing is just excellent. And it's got this little cool snap thing. Let me show you the snap closure. Just snaps shut right there. It's very, very good. This is actually my first icon Pap there, Randy. This is my first icon bit set that I've had, and I'm very impressed with it. Been using this all year. Been very, very impressed with that. All the links are in the description, by the way, and I actually pasted those before we started the stream. I actually put them in there before we started the stream, so if you want to check those out while we're talking, just let me know. Jordan, what do you got to say? I'll second that. I have put the set through the ringer with my home renovations. Really, really great for tight spaces. Yes, I will tell you, working on a server rack and working on computers, the flex head right here, very good for tight spaces. It's very nice and small. Plus, you've got enough handle extender if you need to get just a little bit more leverage or a little bit more length on some of those things. But yeah, very good. So, hey, there's people here in the chat that are standing by the Harbor Freight tools and whatnot. Let me get a sip of coffee here. I was almost late to the stream because I was waiting on coffee. Another, we'll stay in the theme. This is not in the order that the links are in on the description, by the way. So if you're following along on the video, you're following along in the links on the description, they're not going to be the same order, but I'm pretty sure you can figure it out. And also, I've got them in the bag in a little bit different order. This is the Doyle, you hear that? This is the Doyle ratcheting stubby screwdriver. Now, somebody recommended, I know who recommended this, Max Level EDC. He recommended this, and it is outstanding. And it just changes direction. It's just a stubby screwdriver, but you've got interchangeable bits, obviously right here, and it comes with a flathead and a Phillips head. And you put that joker in there. Got this at Harbor Freight as well, but the Amazon link is below. These are about $21. I think I got it for significantly cheaper at Harbor Freight, but if you don't have a Harbor Freight near you, you can always go and check my Amazon link there, and all those links benefit the channel. Check this out. Look at that little shift right there. You can shift the direction on it. You've got a multi and stubby setting here, and all sorts of stuff. You can actually take this entire thing out and put it back in and actually lock it into place in that way. So it's very, very cool. Absolutely awesome. You'll second that. Let's see, check up on the thing. I'm drinking my Black Rifle Salted Caramel Latte. Do they have a Black Rifle where you are, where you're from? Because I've only been to one Black Rifle store, and that was in Clarksville, Tennessee. Ron, you remodeled your bathroom and got a few tools from Harbor Freight and worked out pretty good. If they can actually work, they're having success for a reason. They're building Harbor Freights, and Harbor Freight tools sell for a reason. And it's not because, well, they are a good value and they are cheap, but at the same time, if they were cheap and they were crap, then people would say, oh, don't shop at Harbor Freight, your tools will break, you know, like that. And so people wouldn't shop there and people wouldn't go there. But apparently it's worked out for some people. Absolutely. Keurig Pods at your local Walmart, Black Rifle Coffee Company. I've heard it's very good. Heard it's very good. I've had Black Rifle coffee a couple of different times. I'm not too fond of Dunkin'. What I like is here in town, there's a guy that I work with actually who brews coffee as a side job, and he does Mission Coffee. So Mission Coffee Company is really good, and hint, hint, hopefully they might be a sponsor for the channel. So hopefully that's going to work out for 2025. That's about the only time I'm going to take a sponsor, is if the person I know them personally, I love their product, and I actually use their product. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to have an update video, by the way, before we get to the next tech item, which is this Wuben flashlight. I wanted to talk to you a little bit about an update for 2025. So we're going to have the channel update video, but it's also going to be what I've learned in the last 2 years streaming, last 2 years making videos for you guys. And so if you're not watching, if you're just part of the live stream and you haven't seen any of my videos, I know that a lot of people can catch live streams but not catch my videos. I usually try to do a video every 10 days. And so I'm keeping to that just a little bit. and I really, really like that. Really, really like everything. Oh, wait, I'm sitting here trying to read it. Eagle Ion Tech, Black Rifle Tactisquatch will put your hair on your chest. Okay. Very nice. Tactisquatch? Is that like a Sasquatch and a tactical Sasquatch? That's what that is. That's what that is. Hey, Pieria! Good evening from France. Good evening from France. It's probably pretty late there, probably 9 or 10 o'clock at night. But yeah, Black Rifle's got some good stuff. Duncan ain't that bad either. It's what I had at the time. Okay, let's talk about this Wuben E7. Now, this is a headlamp, but you can also use it as just a regular flashlight, but I've got it mounted on their headlamp system. This is one of those things where when Wuben sent it to me, and it does tilt and stuff like that, it's really, really awesome. When they sent this to me, I was like, man, I'm not gonna use this. Turns out I have used this non-stop. Check this out. So they've got a head mount right here. This mount is like $10 or something. It's got this nice stretchy material, and of course you've got the light in there that's easy to get in and out, and then you just hit that joker right there and you've got a nice headlamp. Now you can get headlamps anywhere, but this is one that I love, and you can angle it down so your field of vision right here, you're actually working on something, you don't have to look down and look in the direction. But having a good headlamp, this is going to be in my get home bag video that I'm going to be doing hopefully here in the next 5 or 6 weeks. Maybe I'll take a break for Christmas. But having a headlamp has proved to be incredible for me working on stuff outside, for doing all sorts of different stuff outside. You guys are talking about coffee. We might have to have a coffee episode next week. We might do a fun coffee episode for Christmas. How about that? Fun coffee episode just to talk about what kind of coffee we like. Oh boy, that could get expensive. But this is the Wuben E7. You can maybe see it on there. But this is the Wuben E7, and it's like a really cool halo kind of looking light. But I just have really enjoyed this a little too much this year as being just a headlamp. And I have reached for this light a bunch of times, and I've really enjoyed it. Link is in the description, and it charges. It's got the switch on the end right here, and it charges via the best part, USB-C right there. And you just charge it via USB-C. It's got up to, like, I think this one goes up to 800, maybe 1,000 lumens. But it's also got a little extender plate that you can put in there. You can actually charge this battery by itself if you wanted to. But it's really awesome. Wuben has done an outstanding job with this, and I did not think this would be something that I was going to have as a favorite. But I have found myself using this over and over and over again. We don't have really good lighting in my neighborhood. It's kind of a quiet neighborhood. There's not a lot of street lights, the nearest street light. So if I'm doing anything in the backyard, I've got a floodlight in my backyard, but it doesn't go nearly as far as I need it to. And so this thing has been very valuable. Of course, I wanted to pull it out of my pocket here. Pull it out my pocket. This one right here, guys. The Civivi Yonder. I have really enjoyed this. Enjoyed this so much, and I don't understand why I'm enjoying it. It's just a Civivi with a nice crossbar lock on it. And I don't understand why I like it so much. And I think I talked about it on the other channel. Like, maybe I like it so much because of who designed it, Zach in the Wild. But I like it because it's just fantastic. It's phenomenal. Look at this thing. I wouldn't say I have small hands, but I most certainly don't have big hands. So I might have like slightly, very incredibly slightly above average size hands. And this fits me very, very well. And Jordan, nothing truer has ever been said. Y'all look in the live chat and look at what Jordan said just now. It is weird how you never know, this is what he says, how you never know what your favorites are until you realize you keep grabbing the same items. Jordan, that is exactly what has happened with the Civivi Yonder. I have grabbed and reached for this more times in the last, well, since I got it 2 or 3 weeks ago. It has been amazing. And you've got a very good, decent steel on here. You've got Zach's little branding right there on the blade. You've got kind of tanto, but you've got a big belly on this blade right here. You've got this drop right here on the micarta handles, and I love the micarta handles. I'm usually not a micarta guy, but this knife is making me a micarta guy. And it's hard to tell. They say that this is like a dark green micarta, but it looks like a gray-black micarta to me. Either way, it's going to get more worn in because this crossbar lock is Civivi's first, and it's actually very outstanding. I don't know why, but I just love this knife. I want to get it in every kind of variant that there is. And so, absolutely wonderful. And I'm so glad, you know, ET, it's almost like you read my freaking mind, because tell me the baby Banter makes this video. It does, because it's right here, brother. Right here. This is the baby Banter fixed blade. Grady Deadsy. Kizer is the king of the crossbar. I'm glad you said that, because I got one right here, the drop bear. You know, if I could compare, let's back up before we get to the baby Banter. Let's back up and address what Mr. Grady said there. I love the, this is the drop bear. Now I have a clear acrylic drop bear as well. This is one of my favorite knives pretty much of all time. This is of course by Kizer. And this has a crossbar lock. The crossbar lock on the Kizer and the crossbar lock on the Civivi feel nearly identical. I don't know who is doing what differently. If I could take this, off, or if I take this off, take it apart and look at the different parts. I wish I had enough time to do that necessarily. But it feels when I'm doing this and putting it back from, so if I deploy this and I'm putting it back, it feels the same. And you're right. I think I would agree with you that Kizer has been the king of the crossbar, and that's why I brought the drop bear in today as one of my favorites of 2024. But this one is just as good. I mean, it feels the exact same. You looked at Kizer, John's, John and Dwayne, John's Life Johnny, welcome in. Civivi makes a really good users. Let's see, I've looked at Kizer. I'm still looking for a $1.22, 722, running a $722 for EDC. Man, you can't go wrong with those bucks, man. Can't go wrong with those. The Christmas drop bear sold out fast last night. Did not even see that, Kathleen. Did not even see that, although Kizer is sending me another fixed blade. I'm looking forward to that, and that will be in my upcoming Fixed Blade Part 2 episode as well. Can't adjust the Omega spring on the Civivi. So that's the difference. Grady, you seem very knowledgeable, buddy. That's the difference. You can adjust the spring right there on the Civivi. I tell you what, though, they do feel the, I'm sitting here feeling both of these, the drop bear and the Civivi, and both of them, I would say my drop bear probably has a little bit more use, but it still feels the same. So I don't know if there's like a breaking in period or anything like that. Excellent, excellent crossbar locks. I've honestly, and I'll tell you, I'll get off crossbar blocks and I'll get off the Civivi Yonder and the drop bear, the Kizer drop bear here in just a second. These crossbar locks are so good that they have made me not like my Benchmade bug out crossbar lock. It doesn't feel right anymore. I'm smiling as I say that because I know that the Benchmade haters or lovers will come in and absolutely destroy me on that. But I just don't like their crossbar lock anymore. It seems like it's not as good. It honestly seems like a knife that Benchmade that costs twice as much as a Kizer. And certainly, probably 3 times as much as a Civivi Yonder, being $60 right here. This crossbar lock is superb. This crossbar lock, superb on the drop bear. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Thank you for bringing that point up. I love talking to you guys about this stuff. You want a $110 and a Kizer drop bear. I've got 2 Kizer drop bears and I love them. They were on my list. They were the first knives that I bought at Blade Show this year. I went straight to the Kizer booth and bought those as well. But yeah, you're right, Grady. The Yonder is just phenomenal. Do you have a Yonder? I'm wondering how many people have actually bought Yonders versus the people that say that the Yonder is good and they don't actually have one, which is fine. You can still say that they're good. But at the same time, I'm wondering how many of those Civivi has sold. It's going to be interesting. Pierre, I used to live in Dallas. Imagine the shock I used to knives and firearms collecting. My passion is a crime in France. Yeah, I'm surprised to have any people from Europe watching the stream or watching my videos. I get comments all the time, people from Europe, that you just can't have knives and you cannot have firearms for sure. And so, yeah, it'd be a slight change going from Dallas to France, I'd say. I'd say that for sure. Vosteed Corgi, Bill Rice says, is my current favorite and daily driver. The Corgi is amazing. I did a video on that. You should go check that out. Vosteed are good supporters of the channel. In fact, Sam EDC NC, go look him up. He actually partners with Vosteed, does a little bit of work for them, and he is the one who has gotten me in contact with them. Vosteed has some excellent stuff that's out right now that I cannot wait. I cannot wait to get my hands on if Sam would just get in gear and send me his package. But anyway, the Corgi is amazing. We're going to get to the O'Clip. I've got it right here, Alexander. We're going to do the O'Clip. I've got several things to say about the O'Clip I'm very impressed with. I do want to talk about, I got onto the Baby Banter fixed blade. Not a whole lot to say about this except that the sheath can make or break a knife, and it came with a really good sheath. And it kind of locks in there, locks into place, and it's very good. I added this ulti clip on the side. They had a belt clip on there, but it was not what I want to do, so I immediately replaced it with an ulti clip. And so very, very good on this. I really appreciate Civivi putting that together, and I love the little Christmas theme I got going here with the green micarta and kind of the red thing. They had a really long red lanyard that came off of this, and it was fine. I just decided to get rid of it and put my own stuff on there anyway. But this is an excellent little package. This would be a tremendous boot knife. If you're looking for a boot knife, this is amazing, amazing, amazing. Marie, much love. I'm just going to go around showing smaller creators love and kind respect. Keep pushing, keep grinding, positive mindset, never lose focus on your goals. Let no one stop you, not even haters. Just know I've been there and got your back. Well, thank you. Thank you, Marie. Appreciate it very much. And I'm just doing what I like, honestly. And I'm going to actually be talking about that in an upcoming video. Real briefly, we're running out of time real quickly because you guys have some awesome comments. The Nextool Mini Sailor has been one of my favorite little multi-tools. I keep this joker in my coin pocket. If you know what I mean by that, the upper like watch pocket in your blue jeans, because most of the time I'm wearing blue jeans on a work day. But it's very nice and small. It's effectively, you could put it on a keychain, but it's very lightweight. You've got spring-loaded pliers on this. Very, very nice. And then you've got some scissors and a bunch of other different multi-tools, as well as a scraper, bottle opener, all the standard things. You've even got a flathead or a Phillips head that you could bump into, that you could actually use if you had to use those in a pinch. I really like the Nextool Mini Sailor. Again, all the links for this stuff is in the description below and helps out the channel immensely. One of my favorite knives that I like to take and kind of show off a little bit is, and you were talking about, Mr. Lucas, you were talking about are you into collectible knives and blades, not for every use, but as a nice addition to the collection? This is one of them. This is one of them right here. The CJRB Bowie Pyrite in this copper finish. I don't know if that comes through quite on the stream or on the camera right there, but this is just incredible. I love a Bowie knife anyway. I'm a huge, I actually don't have a Bowie fixed blade knife. I used to have several of them, and I broke all of them because I used the mess out of them. But this one is the CJRB Bowie Pyrite. It has got all copper accents right there. Now, I don't think it's actually copper. I think it's just like a copper plating, but it is just so nice. This is one of those knives that I really don't use anything to cut, but to cut like packages and letters open with. I'd use my stuff, but if I'm going to do some hard work with one, it's not going to be this one, because this is one of those, and this is not like a super high value collector item. The link below in the description has this bad boy at $49. So still a really good value, under $50 if you're looking for a Christmas present right here. I love the finger choil right there, and I love the indentation in the blade on both sides. I just dig that steel. Now, the steel on this is an AR RPM 9 steel. That is a steel that I believe Artisan Cutlery / CJRB owns the, I guess they own the patent to that, and that's kind of their proprietary steel. That's why you don't see it really anywhere else. I think they may license it out to some others, but this is, of course, a button lock. You've got a bronze, copper-looking button right there, copper pivots, copper looking thumb studs, even got a copper belt clip, or pocket clip rather, and copper bolts on everything. In the black and the copper, just is chef's kiss, man. It just comes together. It's amazing. I love these CJRB Bowie. Now I love CJRBs anyway. The Pyrite is the only one that I have really experience with, but I'm telling you, I love CJRBs in that Bowie variant there as well. Let's see if we can catch up on some comments. The new large Pyrite light is nice. The large Pyrite light is probably going to be my best budget knife of the year because it's $29. It's kind of got that G10, maybe it's not G10, but maybe it's like plastic scales. It's a phenomenal value. But yeah, you can't go wrong with a bigger knife, that's for sure, unless you're, trying to board a plane. In those cases, you need to evaluate what you're doing. But let's see, brother, sure, the Yonder is awesome. The Vosteed Raccoon top liner lock is the best knife on it, and it's under $75. I tend to agree with you because I've actually got a Raccoon at home, actually. The lock is insane. The action, the blade, the ergonomics, perfect EDC. I tend to agree with you. I do not disagree with you on that, PB, because I would say that you could get into a whole nother argument about knives like these. And what it really comes down to today is, what is your personal preference right now? Am I right or am I wrong about that? Because really, it's about what your style is. My style and my preference right now is the Yonder. Absolutely. But you know what? I was carrying the Raccoon for probably 3 or 4 months straight when I first got it last year. It is an excellent one. In fact, Vosteed just makes... I've spoken about them a lot on the channel, and you need to go back in my channel listings on my videos and see how many Vosteeds I've talked about. Vosteed is really killing it, and they've barely been in business for half a decade. So, in fact, I think their 5-year anniversary was this summer. And so make sure you go check out Vosteed. If you're looking for a very good value knife, if you're looking for something, kind of that last minute stocking stuffer idea, I'm going to link some down below after the stream is over with. And I absolutely love Vosteed knives. You're not wrong about that, PB. Alexander, he says you always miss the live streams because you're at school or on the wrong time in New Zealand. Are you in New Zealand? It's great to catch you today as well. So if that's two people from New Zealand on the stream. That's amazing. Awesome. Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now, Mike? Can you hear me now, Mike? There's the Yonder again. Okay, I promised I'd talk about the Olight. Now, this is the special edition O'Clip Pro Olight. Now, you don't have to get the fancy dragon one. They sent me the fancy dragon one. This one, though, I have been highly impressed with this Olight. This light lives actually in my car right here. It lives on my visor so that I always have a light to go to. I love this thing so much. You can see that it's got 3 little domes right here. And again, they sell just a regular black and a regular orange one, so you don't have to get the funky dragon one. That one's cool and all, but I didn't ask for that one. You've got a toggle switch here on the side. I know it's hard to see on the stream right here, but you've got a toggle switch on the side. You can switch it between wide, pinpoint, and then, of course, your red light. So you've got a red light, you've got a wide beam, and you've got a regular kind of spotlight beam. It's awesome. This thing is awesome. The coolest part about it is you've got a little LED on the interior right there that tells you the battery level. And I love, of course, the clip is really robust. There's 2, if you can see it, I know it's hard to see on the live stream, I'm sorry. But there's 2 springs inside of this clip. It is a very robust clip with, let's see if I can find a good steel here. This is magnetic. So it is a great, and that's a good strong magnet on the end of this right here. You've got a nice strong magnet on the end of this clip, so that just makes it even more versatile. The one really good change that I found from the O'Clip to the O'Clip Pro is the way that you charge it. I don't like little rubber gaskets for the USB-C things. This one has a really interesting one. It's just a little door. See that little door that opens right there? This thing is so cool. This has become like one of my favorite carry lights. It's a little chunky for carry, but you just flip that back up. And again, that probably doesn't give it a whole lot of good water resistance and things like that. You're not going to be dropping that in the you're not dropping this in a pool or anything like that. But it does have, I believe it's IP68 water resistant. But I love the little toggle switch, and of course the way that you charge it. You've got a little USB-C charger right there. I love this little light. It has become one of my most favorite ones, absolutely. And so the Olight, the link is below to the normal one. This is like a special edition Dragon one that they had that Olight sent me. Olight are very good friends of the channel. They're not sponsors. They did not pay me to say any of this kind of stuff. I just really like their stuff. And I've heard people a lot say, well, I'd love to come on the channel. I'd love to come on people and not see Olight, Olight, Olight. Well, it's because Olight makes really good stuff. And so they just keep innovating and coming out with really good stuff. They have slowed their pace a little bit, and I think it has benefited them quite a bit in 2024. I think they're starting to ramp back up a little bit, though, and put out some really good stuff. But I love my Olights, and I love the innovation that I'm seeing from them in flashlights. Okay, is that it? I think that might be it. Yes, that is it. Honorable mention, of course, another small fixed blade, and I hesitate to mention this one because it is expensive. This is the, this one right here is the Nuge Knives Wicket. Now, this is the textured wicket. He just dropped some textured wickets today. This is a little 2-inch blade. He's got some copper flanges on the inside. I put that lanyard there myself, but this is textured micarta. It's a Nitro V blade, and yes, it is expensive, and it's probably more expensive than it should be for a Nitro V blade, but it is very, very good. I love it. It's got a perfect deep carry clip. The sheath is amazing. It's got kind of a topo pattern there, if you can see that. Absolutely awesome on that. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm out of time. I've got to pick up my son now because I'm in the car and I'm about to pick up my little boy from school. Thank y'all so very much. Make sure that you go ahead and like and subscribe to the channel. Make sure you like this video. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you've got questions, I would love to hear them in the comments. Comment on the main video, not in the live chat. Obviously, I'll be in the stream here in just a second. God bless all of you. I hope that you have a great weekend. Watch some championship games in football. It's going to be a nice weekend for that. Y'all take care. Jordan, you too. Take care. Have a good day. Have a good weekend. If I can pray for you in any way, leave it down in the comments. I will pray for you today. I will pray for you tomorrow. If you've got something on your mind, if you've got some struggles in your life. We all have struggles. God bless you all. Thank you so very much. Y'all have a great rest of your weekend, and we'll see you next Friday at 2 p.m. Appreciate y'all.